Early in 2014, around about February, we were invited to tender by Progress Housing for grounds maintenance works for approximately 350 properties. With so many properties to survey in such a short space of time, I think we have maybe 3 days, that was quite a tall order for us to make sure that ultimately we were going to deliver a fully considered and comprehensive tender.
When we looked at going out for tender for our gardening, for our homes, it was primarily about value for money, getting the best service for the customer no matter where they live in the UK, be it they live in Scotland, Devon, in the Northwest.
Often companies tendering for such a large number of properties in a short space of time may utilise facilities like Google Earth, for instance, or at least make estimates of some of the properties, and that certainly wasn't for us. As far as we were concerned, we needed to offer a comprehensive survey of all these particular sites.
The fact that Botanical went out and actually contacted the schemes they were visiting and made sure their appointments were made. Turning up in uniform, so people know who they were when they turned up to the houses.
We made the tenants of the houses feel comfortable, that we weren't intruding at all, and made phone calls prior to attending so that people knew why we were there. At the same time, we would, if nobody was in the property when we arrived, we would actually leave a compliment slip just to make sure that they were aware that we'd been. We just felt communication right from the off in this tender process was particularly important for us. We wanted to make sure we got across to Progress Housing the type of company we are and how important communication is to us, because no doubt it was for them as well.
Communication is really important to us, and after the Botanical was actually awarded the tender for the garden contract, they approached us to meet with us, and we've met on several occasions, and that still continues now. We meet on a regular basis to keep those lines of communications open. It means that we're talking to each other, we know what's happening, we know that our customers are happy.
Winning the contract is one thing. It's how we service that contract, it's how we deliver it that is really important to us. And I believe what sets us apart from a lot of our competitors.
Botanical invited key members of Progress Housing Group staff along to their offices, members of the team that actually look after the service charges on a day-to-day basis, and also from the tenant involvement team as well, and how we can involve tenants in the garden and at their homes as well.
We think it's important to make sure that we get to know the client, and also the client gets to know us. All too often in these circumstances, in these tender processes, the company that will win the contract undertake the contract, and there's very little communication between both parties, and that's not how we work, it's not how we operate.
It's really important that we all talk to each other, and to be able to, for other members of staff to get involved and to meet is great.
One thing that we firmly established is that we were working in partnership here, and for both of us, the real client at the end of the day is the tenant. Those are the people we need to keep happy. Those are Progress Housing's customers, and so those have to be our focus. It's really important. Depending on the customer profile, we'll select the right employee with the right frame of mind to service a particular contract. When our team turns up on site, the first thing that they will do is open up a maintenance report. This is done electronically. It automatically time and date stamps the report, as well as provide a geotag, which gives the client absolute assurance of when we were there and the location.
Botanical brought innovation to the contract with the introduction of the online service view, whereas Progress Housing Group's customers can actually go and online and actually look at where Botanical have been, what properties they visited, what work they did and when they did it. So it's proven a very useful tool.
Our clients have instant access from their desktop to all the reports for any particular site at any time.
Originally, once we first took this contract on, I was very keen to get involved because of the changing environment and customer. And since then, I found out the job is very customer focused, and it's all about building those relationships. I'm usually dealing with the person individually, and some of them like to work alongside us in the gardens, as I've said. Some have specific jobs in mind. So it's all about seeing them on the day and talking to them and making sure that communication is kept there and is strong. I think it'd be brilliant if we could expand in the housing sector, because it's more individual communication, the work's better, it's more fun, it's cleaner. It's just rewarding all round for everybody. You get more respect, you get more job satisfaction. Obviously the work's a little more challenging because we're stepping onto people's homes. So what we do is make sure we work closely alongside them. We're actually developing those relationships and working hard to keep them strong.
The guys that are out in the field doing the work really look after our customers, and the work they do is fantastic. And we've been working with Botanical for over a year now, and it's been a really good experience.
We want to make sure that how we start off is how we carry on. So we'll always continue with our meetings, our regular meetings, inviting the client in to discuss any issues or any improvements that we can make. How can we make it better? We're always looking to find out how we can go above and beyond their expectations.